For a number of low-income citizens across central Pennsylvania, public housing complexes provide an affordable place to live, but are some of them dangerous?
Yeah, well, back in the fall, Fox 43 received multiple claims from inside the Fairmont apartment complex in Fairview Township, York County, about mold. Fox 43's Matt Maisel investigates claims that the York Public Housing Authority is not doing enough to keep its residents safe.
I just want to get out of here. I just want to breathe.
Joyce Chadwell says this is what her life has become.
And I started closing up. My throat closes up.
The coughing and the crying.
And then I'm like that the rest of the day. I can't get over it.
Joyce says it's all a product of mold. She lives in the Fairmont Apartments in Fairview Township, York County. Last August, tests here found 9 different types of mold.
And it was like 7 different kinds of mold, plus 2 they could not identify.
Joyce claims the York Housing Authority hasn't cleaned the units in 10 years. She says she hasn't smoked since she was a teenager, but at age 62, doctors diagnosed her with asthma in June. She uses 5 inhalers to help her breathe.
I don't know what else to do. I can't get any help from anyone.
Joyce is not the only one in need. Phyllis Porro uses an oxygen tank 2 floors up. It's for a lung disease, but she too found mold in her apartment.
This is the mold that was found in my apartment. There is problems here, and it just isn't with the mold, it's with the building.
And I'm guessing that we have a little bit of a pinhole leak somewhere.
Craig Zumbrum is the man Phyllis, Joyce, and others say isn't doing enough to protect them. He's the director of the York Housing Authority.
Of course, with any property, any building, over time, new problems develop.
The problem here is money, and the York Housing Authority is hemorrhaging. According to Zumbrum, their annual operating budget has been cut from $23 million to $18.5 million over the last 5 years, and their staff for their 55 buildings has been cut from 100 people in 2005 now to 75 today.
Yeah, we could continue to spend money like that, but you just heard my story about money. I have to be as smart as I can be in when we spend money and when we don't spend money.
That means fewer repairs and basic amenities. When we showed Zumbrum this damp wall on the 5th floor, he said if the roof wasn't under warranty, it would cost $250,000 to $300,000 to fix.
This is a welfare for everybody. What's wrong?
Frustration continues for Phyllis Porro. She, along with others in the complex, are convinced the mold still exists. Joyce Chadwell alone has performed her own test, which came back positive. Yet York Housing's official tests say her room is clean.
If people had a concern or a question, to contact me. The only person that has is the resident in 202 who's been offered many sorts of assistance and hasn't taken them.
Room 202 is Joyce Chadwell. York Housing has offered to move her to different locations closer to York, but she's declined. She said it would be too far from her volunteer work as a senior companion at a nearby church.
We still have not been told what kind of mold.
3 months after our first interview, we spoke with Joyce again. She showed us pictures of her body in hives. Her doctors told her an allergic reaction to the mold. She hasn't been able to visit since.
I haven't been to the doctor because I can't even afford the co-pays.
She cries as she sorts through $7,300 in unpaid medical bills. Her credit card is maxed out from previous visits. She can't work because of a degenerative disc disease and fibromyalgia.
I don't know what to do. I just can't be sick like this.
When we visited the Fairmont in late January, the wall on the 5th floor, which was previously torn up after a leaky roof, had since been painted over. As for Joyce Chadwell, she tells me her rent is paid through March 1st. After that, she says she'll be leaving the York Housing Authority, but doesn't know where she'll go next. Matt Maisel, Fox 43 News.